In foster care, they have their foster parent, right? In ILO, they have us. They live in their own apartment and then there's us, right? So if a kid got sick, we would make sure that we would find resources for them to get tested, make sure they're quarantining. If they're quarantining, do they need anything? Fortunately, I have a really good team who were as dedicated to our youth as I am. And they did not think twice about going out there and helping them. Making sure that they had PPE equipment, making sure that they had groceries. Our goal is basically to help them prepare, right? Which sounds simple and it's not simple. Help them prepare for adulthood.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I want to talk about this year and specifically how you came into our program.
Yeah, it's been a lot that has happened since then.
Yeah, you had 2 jobs, working every day.
Going into ILO and having my first apartment, I felt motivated to do all of that. So,
why do you feel like you were motivated to do that?
When I was in foster care, I barely had support. With what I've been through, I was ready for another start, a fresh start. Knowing that the support and the help was there made me want to do more because my goal was to do everything on my own anyway.
One of your questions I remember you had asked me was, well, what should I be doing at this point? What should I be paying at this point? So that you were on time, you were on track, right?
Yes.
And so that was always these little goals that you had set, which you always accomplished. You're very independent financially and even back at school, right?
Getting back into school, I was nervous, but I was excited because being in IOL made me want even more. Like, I already wanted a lot for myself, but it pushed me to want to do more. Kaleidoscope was very helpful. You specifically, I wanted to give up after the first semester because my grades weren't too good. And you did tell me that baby steps were still progress. I wasn't looking at it that way. I felt like leaps were progress, but
you can still get to that end goal.
Yes.
It just may take a little bit longer.
Once you look back at where you first started, you'll see that you made a lot of progress.
Do you feel that Kaleidoscope has helped empower you to advocate for yourself?
I do feel more independent. I feel better about myself, being able to do what I thought was impossible.
Unfortunately, our youth are viewed a certain way because they are youth in care, and there are assumptions made about them that are not fair or just, and just people of color in general. I'm a person of color, and I cannot say that I fully understand what our youth go through. Just any of us could have been in the same position.